Off of the field now. Captains of both teams out on the field with the head referee. Merritt Island has won the toss. They have elected to receive. They will be receiving from our right. That's the south goal. And, of course, Tallahassee will take the wind to their back. We'll be kicking off in this first half left to right, Harmon.
Right, left to right. That's right. That's correct. Both teams appear to be pretty well fired up out there. They both met their captains about a fourth of the way out onto the field as they came back to get into that final huddle, give each other words of encouragement, and get ready to skip game. This is the one that gets it down to the final climax to say who really is number one in Florida in the quadruple A classification, which, of course, is the big school classification in Florida. Mustangs are huddling up on the field. The Tallahassee Leon players lined up across the field on their own 35. The ball has been teed up. I believe that's Detroit Reynolds who is teeing the ball up down there. Can't tell for sure. Detroit Reynolds, and we've got Leon Bright deep for the Mustangs in the center of the field. With the wind behind his back, this one could very easily go all the way down to the end zone. We'll be delayed possibly for just a moment because the Mustang band is still on the field of play. And surely the referee won't blow the whistle until those bandsmen move over. But on this near side in a halfback spot for the Mustangs is Steve Lee. And they're so far away, it's hard to pick up the numbers. Can you see the number on the far side? I'm not sure who that is. Doug Long on the far side. And Leon Bright in the center, deep receiving position. Up in front of him, about 15 yards ahead, is Waldo Williams in the short receiving position. Ball's teed up on the 40. The last Mustang bandsman clears the field on the sideline. There's a whistle. The ball game is underway. Reynolds comes up on the ball. It's a relatively short kick coming down to Waldo Williams on the 24. Williams up across the 30. Gets one block. Breaks the tackle. Goes up to the 40. Across the 40 to the 41-yard line.
Waldo Williams returning the kickoff for about 20 yards to put the Merritt Island Mustangs in their first possession at their own 41-yard line. Excellent field position to start off this championship game as the kick fell short. Even with his wind to the back, the kick fell short.
Mustang. The ball's on the Mustang 41. We're just getting on the way. The first opening moments of play, Mustangs took the kickoff and returned it across to the 40 to the 41. Here's Black, gets the ball, pitches back to Bright. Bright goes to the right side. He's got blocking out in front. Cuts inside. He catches by one man. He breaks the tackle at the 40. He's down to the 30, to the 25. He's in a foot race with number 22. Forbes pulls him down at the 5-yard line. And that was that 9'5", Mr. Jesse Forbes who pulled Leon Bright down.
Boy, he does have some speed. He came from all the way across the other side of the field, and he caught a very fast and a very fired-up Leon Bright. As Leon raced around the right side, found himself an opening. You could see it setting up clear over here up inside in the broadcast booth. It was such a hole, I think I could have even ran through that one, Harmon.
Don't imagine you could have outrun Mr. Forbes either, though, Gary. I certainly could not. Okay, the Mustangs have the ball. It's first down and goal to go. They're on the 6-yard line. Black has to team up. They're in the power I. Power to the right. Here's a handoff into Leon Bright. Bright cracks over the 5-yard line, gets down about the 3, maybe the 2-yard line, and is stopped there by the center of the line.
Merritt Island Mustangs threatening already. 11 minutes left to go in the first quarter of action. Of course, the score at this point, 0-0. Merritt Island has ran 2 plays from scrimmage. The Merritt Island Mustangs have marched, we'll say, 38 yards. Let's make that 68 yards.
Okay, they're ready to go. Jimmy Black has his team up the line. They're in the power I. Powers to the right side. Here's a step. Hand off to Leon Bright. Bright runs to the right side. He gets away from one tackler, and he gets into the end zone to score. Leon Bright went to the right, got away. 10 minutes, 36 seconds left in the first quarter. That's a minute and a half, a little less than a minute and a half. The kickoff, brought it up to their 41-yard line. The first play from scrimmage, Leon Bright took it to the right side, cut back inside, got down to the 5. Would have scored except that he was being chased by Jesse Forbes, a 9'5" sprinter. He caught him, pulled him down to the 5. 2 plays later, Leon Bright put it in for the touchdown. Randy West converted, and it's 7-0. Here's the kickoff. It's a low bounding kick, comes down to the 30-yard line. It's pulled in there by Leon. He gets up across the 40 to the 42, 43-yard line, tackled by several of those Mustangs on the Wild Bunch at that point.
Okay, Harmon, the Lions will have the ball just about 1 yard farther than the Merritt Island Mustangs did when they started their very quick march into a 7-point lead. The ball will be set at the 42-yard line in Lion territory. The Lions dressed out in predominantly white with red trim and red numerals.
Wayne Folsom, quarterback. He's got Henderson and Charles behind him. He's back to pass, looks downfield, throws it deep, and it's incomplete. Leon Bright came over, was defending against, which one is that? Forbes. Forbes had gone down. Leon Bright was with him all the way, and the ball was knocked down. It was incomplete. Leon had a little bit better shot at it than Forbes did.
Forbes was out there. It was just a matter of the ball by Folsom being overthrown. Forbes just running a straight fly pattern along the right sidelines over here. Found himself open, but Folsom overthrew him, and Bright did a good job defensively coming across and not interfering with anyone.
Two safety men down there, Jimmy Black and Leon Bright. Here's Forbes up at the line. Folsom looking back. He's looking to pass. Passes way downfield, and it's picked off by Jimmy Black, who runs it out of bounds on the 32-yard line. Jimmy Black picked that one off. It was intended for Schumann, but Black got to it.
Jimmy Black has sure hands. There's no doubt about that. He timed that interception absolutely perfectly. Running across the sidelines, jumped high, grabbed the ball two-handed out of the air. Once again, the ball was underthrown this time both times underthrown by Folsom. The receivers were out there both times, but the pass was not there in time. Timing is hurting Folsom.
Okay, here come the Mustangs. They're in their second offensive opportunity of the evening. We've got 10 minutes left in the first quarter. Here's Black. Quarterback sneak straight ahead. He comes across the 35 up to the 40-yard line as the Lions were spread out wide. Jimmy Black took it on the quarterback keeper right through the center for about 8 yards. That one as he gets up just across the 40-yard line. The yard to gain is about the 42 as the Mustangs took over on the 32. It's second down and about 2. Jimmy Black came up to the line. That was an automatic as the Lions had spread out to contain the wide stuff. Jimmy Black just moved through the center for a good 8-yard gain behind Russ Barlow, his center. Black up at this line. He's got the power eye. The power's to the left this time. Black pulls a man offside, but he gets back in time. Now flag goes down. Leon Bright comes to the left side, cuts back, goes across 50, down to about the 48-yard line of Tallahassee on the play, and I do believe it'll be an offside penalty against Tallahassee Leon. Here's a signal offside against Tallahassee Leon. The option is being discussed with Jimmy Black. I feel quite sure that the Mustangs will take the play as the run by Leon Bright moved across the 50-yard line. The penalty is declined. The play stands, and that gives the Mustangs a first down, 10 yards to go on the 49-yard line of Tallahassee Leon.
9.5 minutes left to go in the first quarter of action here at Tallahassee's Doak Campbell Stadium.
Mustangs back in the huddle. Jimmy Black, quarterback, talking to him back there. Russ Barlow breaks out, comes up to the line. He's got Crane and Caputo as guards on either side. Duncan and Brady are the tackles. Here's Black up at the line. They're in a pro set this time. Black gets the ball. Pitches. Fakes a pitch out. I tried to say to Waldo Williams. Kept it. Cut back inside tackle. Move forward for about a 3-yard gain.
Okay, the Merritt Island Mustangs now having to do it on the ground. They're doing it up the middle of the line. They've got a second down situation coming up. Second down and 5. The ball over the midfield stripe into Lion territory by about 6 yards. The ball actually placed at about the 44.5-yard line. 44.5 yards away from pay dirt for the black and gold.
Okay, here are the Mustangs. They're in the pro set. Jimmy Black, quarterback, has Bright and Williams behind him. Mustangs are set. Here's a snap. Handoff to Waldo Williams. Waldo cracks in for short yardage. Gain of about 2 yards as a flag down, and the Mustangs were backfield illegally in motion. As Waldo Williams went on the count of 1, the ball was snapped on the count of 2. The referee threw the flag, and it will be backfield in motion against the Mustangs. That was Waldo Williams' first number that he's been called tonight.
Defensively, Derek Harrington on the stop for the Leon Lions tonight. 8 minutes, 34 seconds with the clock stopped for the official timeout to decide. Stop for the Leon Lions tonight. 8 minutes, 34 seconds with the clock stopped for the official timeout to decide what's to be done in favor of Leon on this particular penalty. It's going to be marched off 5 yards, move the ball just back to a midfield stripe, right on top of the crown.
Jimmy Black had gained about 4 yards on the first play. That 5-yard penalty takes them back. Now it's second down, 11 to go. The ball right on the midfield stripe, just across it in Leon territories, right smack in the center of the field. Here the Mustangs, in a pro set. Black, quarterback, gets the snap. Pitches back to Leon Bright. Bright comes left. Cuts inside, a beautiful block. Gets another block. He comes up across the 30, down to the 25, to the 20, and he's pulled down on the 15-yard line. A nice saving tackle by Schumann.
Mike Schumann making the stop there. Schumann also not being intimidated by Dave Taylor out ahead of him. Taylor was out in front of both Schumann and Leon Bright as they raced around the left side there, but Schumann got away from the blocker out ahead of him and made a nice tackle, but don't take it away from Leon Bright and the rest of that offensive line too, and Waldo Williams setting up the chance to get around the corner for Leon.
The blocking of the Mustangs has been beautiful up to this point as Leon Bright has run both left and right. Okay, here are the Mustangs. They're in the power eye again. Black quarterback gets it. Hands off to Bright. Bright cuts inside tackle. He's down across the 10. Down to the 5-yard line, just about the 6, as he's pulled down a gain of about 8 yards on that one.
The big offensive fullback playing defense also tonight for Leon Wallace Henderson making the stop for the Lions. 7 minutes, 41 seconds left to go in the first quarter of action. Merritt Island on top 7-0, and the best team in the state is threatening once again. 6 yards away from pay dirt for the black and gold. Merritt Island fans across the way bring up the spirit along with the pep band.
Okay, here are the Mustangs. The play's been called in the huddle. The band whooping it up on the far side there in the power eye. The power to the left, wide receiver split to the right. Here's Black, gets the ball, hands off this time to Leon Bright, and Bright's in to score. Couldn't tell whether it was Bright or Williams. Williams was leading the blocking, and it put Leon Bright into the end zone to score.
Leon Bright scores at 7-17. Left to go in the first quarter, making it 13-0. Randy West will do his thing, and his soccer-style kick once again. He'll be facing the wind for the point-after-touchdown try. Jimmy Black will be holding.
Okay, with 7 minutes left in the first quarter, the Mustangs on top, 13-0. Randy West attempting the extra point.
On that last play, Harmon, the touchdown play, it looked as if Leon Bright was trying for a fullback position in that backfield next year for the black and gold, as he was hit at the line of scrimmage and moved everyone forward. He probably had 2 people on his shoulders, but he wasn't about to stop until he reached that goal line, dove forward on a last-ditch effort, and was in.
Right, West will attempt this from the 15-yard line. The Mustangs were called for illegal procedure. Here's the snap. The kick is up in the air. It's long enough. It's good, right through there. So the Mustangs lead by 14-0. Let's take time for this word.